Here's your first look at a real and fake pair of the NIKE Mercurial Vapor 16. Can you tell any difference? Hopefully this video helps you. So today we're taking a look at two pairs of NIKE Mercurial Vapor 16 in the blueprint colorway. This is the launch colorway of the Vapor 16. We have a retail pair here on the right, fake pair on the left, and this is just to help you at home if you are trying to purchase a retail pair. So I must emphasize it does not support the counterfeit industry in any way. It's just to help you if you're trying to purchase a retail pair, because it's a very expensive pair of football boots. So let's get into the differences. So firstly, the fake one comes in this plastic bag with no boot box or anything like that. Take them out, put them to the side. And then obviously the retail one, this is the box that it comes in. Here's a look at the label. So if you have a pair at home, just compare it to this label here. Got these in a UK size 10. Open it up, do get the paper, but you also get a boot bag with Mercurial prototype here. And then on this side, just the dotted swoosh. So move that to the side, we'll take the boots out. Come on. This is quite a good looking pair of boots. So here are the two pairs. Can you tell any difference with these straight away? Let's dive into some of the details. So the first difference to point out straight away is the retail one here comes with this hang tag here, as you can see with the Nike football on it, and it's attached with this black beaded cable, as you can hopefully see. Whereas on the fake one, it's attached to the right boot first of all. The label is completely wrong and it's attached with a plastic tag. So big difference. It says Nike Dynamic Fit on it, whereas this one says Nike Football. The visual aesthetic on the bottom of the sole will wear off. So difference between the tags straight away. The next difference we're going to point out is actually the upper material. So this is known as Nike Grip Knit on the retail one here, and you can see this is taken pretty much from the Phantom GX2. It's incredibly soft, grippy, and morphs perfectly around your foot. I actually have to say Nike's Grip Knit is a really good technology. And the fake one, well, first of all, the feel isn't there. This is not going to show up on camera, but here's the retail one, and if I rub my finger on it, this is like a grippy, sticky texture compared to the fake one, which is basically a soft sock-like texture. I don't know if you can hear the difference, but it's definitely a difference in texture. There's no grip to this whatsoever. And in terms of color, hopefully that comes across. If you can see in terms of color, the retail one is a slightly more, I don't know, darker color, not a pure white, because this is just sock. This actually has a grippy texture over the top. Easy to see in person, but maybe difficult across the camera. Next difference is the swoosh. Here is the retail one. You can see it's got these dotted blue marks all over the swoosh to make a full swoosh, but you can see there are slight patches in between. Compare that to the fake one, however. There are large amounts of patches in between. They've not done enough dots at all on this swoosh compared to the retail one. Easy difference straight away to tell between the two. From close up, you can see this is filled out a lot more on the retail one compared to the fake. Spinning the boot around to the back, here's the retail one here. You can see it has a special designed Mercurial just for the blueprint edition at the back here. So you can see it's kind of this funky text at the back heel. The fake one didn't seem to get the memo. So they've gone for the classic Mercurial text on the back there. So if I hold them up side by side, you should be able to tell a clear difference between the two, and that's an obvious thing to see between the two pairs. I'd also say while holding this up side by side, you can see the dotted speckles on the retail one here are much darker than they are on the fake one. The blue color is very different between the two pairs. So looking back at the front of the boot, you see the dead stock laces that come in are in a white. This is the retail pair here, and you can see at certain angles they do sparkle, which is a nice little touch to this pair. The fake one, however, they've just gone for plain white laces and they're completely wrong. No sparkle at all to them, and they're just pretty boring. They're both dead stock. This is how they came. As you can see, the shape of the retail one is what you'd expect from Mercurial. I'd actually say it's a slightly wider toe box on this Mercurial compared to older versions, which I'm a big fan of. The fake one, however, you can see structurally, it's not very good. It is just all over the place. So if it comes like this, I honestly would not trust this on my feet ever. So if we look at the new design on the inside, and you'll see underneath the swoosh, you can see this kind of like stitching line going all the way here where it attaches the two materials to the upper. As you can see, clear, easy to see on the retail pair. If I show you the fake one here, look at the inside here, you can't really see that stitching line. It's not very obvious. they've not done the exact same job as they've done on the retail pair. So clear difference structurally, clear difference in materials. It's easy to tell the difference between them. That upper is the big difference. There's no grip on the fake one whatsoever. The fake one is just a sock. So I've just unboxed these and dead stock laced. As you can see, they come laced all the way to the top on the retail pair here, not missing any lace holes whatsoever. Compared to the fake one, this is how they came dead stock. As you can see, missing from the 2 top lace holes straight away. This should not be how they come. They should come fully laced straight from Nike like this pair did. Spinning the boots underneath to look at the sole plate, I have to say this is a crazy good looking sole plate. Look at that on the retail one. It looks so good in the light. What I would say is at the back of the boot here, this coloured transition is more pearly on the retail one here. However, if I show you on the fake one here, you'll see does have some color to it. However, it doesn't have a kind of matte finish. It's too glossy compared to the retail one. You can see the color difference is there, and it's clear to see the color difference. It's more shiny on the fake one compared to the retail one, as you can see there. At the front of the sole plate, you'll see it does say air zoom here, and it kind of cuts through that section there, as you can see, splits the air zoom. Whereas on the fake one, if I show you close up here, it's slightly positioned off. As you can see, the air zoom is a little bit more covered, as you can see, but they are relatively close at the front part of the sole plate. You can see a slight color difference with it being a little bit lighter on the retail pair compared to the fake one, but they are pretty close, so I wouldn't look too closely there. At the back of the boot, once again, if we look at the heel and I flick up the sock liner, you can see the shape of the sock liner there on the retail one. As you can see, it's quite narrow, whereas on the fake one, if I flick this up, you can see it's a much larger area of sock liner compared to the retail one. Not sure it's really going to affect the fit, but it's a good noticeable difference between the two pairs if you are trying to authenticate your pair. Let's take a look inside the boots. So lift up the laces. The retail one comes with a massive paper shoe tree. Oh, the fake one does. Let's see what's inside here. Barely anything, but there's a difference there. A lot more paper on the retail one compared to the fake one. And let's take a look at the insoles. So the retail one here, fake one here. So the retail one here comes with the kind of skeleton of the foot of all the bones, and at the back you have the prototype here once again, and it's yellow on this side. Fake one is yellow on this side, maybe a slightly different color and slightly thinner, but this is where they've gone completely wrong. What are they doing? Nike Swoosh in orange, and it says Mercurial on it, as you can see there, but it's got none of the details of the prototype one that the retail one does here. And I've done this comparison a million times on my channel, but this is the fake one here, and that's what it does straight out of the box. That is pretty scary. I would not trust my foot in that. The retail one here, there's no paper or anything inside it. If I bend it like that, that's the same amount of effort, I promise you. And it's barely bending. I'm really... See, I can push it to there, but that's the same amount of effort. This one, look, I'm not even trying. That is ridiculous. I would not trust these on my feet, would you? Final difference I'm going to point out is the shape of the toe box. Here you can see the retail one is slightly more squared off to make it fit around your toes a little bit better. Nike Mercurials used to be really narrow here, and as like I said, it's quite a little bit wider and a little bit flatter at the toe box area. The fake, however, has based it on the old Mercurial, so you can see it's a little bit more narrow towards the toe box and goes into kind of a point. It's a minor difference between the two pairs, but it's something to note that the fit will be very different. But you can probably just tell that the structure of this is just terrible compared to the retail pair. The same differences occur on the left boot that they do on the right boot, so I won't go into too much detail about that because that'll just be repeating myself. But hopefully this video has helped you if you are trying to authenticate your pair. This is a really nice boot and it's grown on me a lot. In terms of comfort levels, it actually does a really good job for a Mercurial. I'm a wider foot kind of person, and I normally don't wear Mercurials or I squish my feet into them, but this one fits a little bit better. But if you'd like more real versus fake sneaker content and football boot content, hit that subscribe button and just like this video. It helps me do more videos just like this to help you at home. And if you want shorter content, follow me on TikTok because I do more content there and do more unboxings. But thanks for watching. Hope you have an amazing day. This is the Nike Mercurial Vapor 16 in the blueprint colorway. What do you think of it?